Hello, my loves. Happy Moon Day. Happy Monday. Hope you can see me. I am Michelle. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome to Soul Over Matter community. I started this community first and foremost for my podcast listeners, but also any souls, any like-minded souls who are on this ascension path together, whether from Instagram or from YouTube, my mailing list. I wanted to create, and I'm still cultivating, this community where we can come together and we can share. So this is not just, okay, this is Michelle's group. This is all of our group. And I want you to feel safe here. I want you to feel heard here. So feel free to create. Hello, if you're here, write in the comments who you are, where you're tuning in from, and if you're watching the replay, just put hashtag replay so I know. I'm going to be doing a giveaway at the end of our ceremony today. And yeah, so I'm Michelle. I'm a spiritual teacher. I have been on this conscious path, consciously, for 5 years now. And I'm also host of Soul Over Matter podcast, a women's empowerment coach, as well as a Reiki master teacher. And I used to hold these new moon ceremonies. Hi, Bob. I used to hold these new moon and full moon ceremonies for my women's membership, the Sisterhood, that I actually closed the chapter up a year ago this month. And that was like a 4-year running membership for women. So I used to hold these ceremonies on and during those membership times. And today, actually last night, I just felt called to talk about this particular new moon as well as the nodal shifts that are happening today. So 7/17, it's a very powerful day. It's a very big day for us. And we are really moving through lots of big energies. So and we have some fur love here. This is Peyton. He wants to be part of the new moon ceremony. So so what does a new moon mean? Let's begin there, right? What is a new moon? A new moon is new beginnings. It's new chapters. It's new chapters in our lives. It's a clean slate. It's like, what are we really being called to let go of? What are we being called to release? And yes, full moons are for releasing, but also new moons are for releasing, because we have to start from a clean slate, right? So I decided to do this new moon ceremony today because I've had lots of friends, lots of clients over the last couple of days text me and ask, like, Michelle, Peyton wants to be part of the new moon ceremony, have called and texted me like, Michelle, what are the planets doing? What's going on here? I've been crying for days. I've been so emotional. Yes, you can be part of our ceremony, sir. I've been so emotional. I don't know what's going on. So that's Cancer energy for us, right? So I'm going to talk about Cancer, Cancer energy. And if you are a Cancer, write in the comments or let me know what planet or where Cancer falls in your chart. So Cancer is the cardinal sign, right? There are 4 cardinal signs, and cardinal signs begin a season, right? So Cancer begins the summer season. Cardinals, hi Michelle, cardinal energy allows us to initiate things, right? So it's like that fire under our ass. So what are the cardinal signs? Aries, right? The start of spring. Cancer, start of summer. Libra, start of fall. And then Capricorn, start of winter. And I'm going to talk about the nodal shifts too, because there's a lot of cardinal energy. So if you woke up this morning kind of like, whoo, fire under your ass, I did. I was like in the kitchen making moon sprays all morning. There's this like momentum happening today and the coming days, the coming weeks of like, what what have I fallen away from? What is calling to me? That's cardinal energy. You want people in your life that have like Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn energy, because they kind of initiate, they get things started. You can look at your chart and see how many signs you have in the cardinal energy, because it's really great energy to harness when you're not feeling motivated, when you're not feeling inspired. So Cancer is this water sign, right? It's this energy of sensitivity, empathy, compassion, intuition, like psychic. Cancer energy is very, very psychic. The water signs are very, very psychic. So Cancer, right, is this hermit crab. It's this introverted energy, but it's a cardinal sign. They get shit done. Like they really know how to begin things or initiate those conversations, right? Like, so Cancer is calling us forward to initiate, honestly, energy with our inner child. So, what does Cancer rule? Cancer rules the fourth house. Cancer rules family, it rules ancestral line, it rules home, it rules the mother, right? Cancer is the mother sign. It also rules our childhood. So, where are you being called to honor your home life, honor your childhood? I don't know about you, but my inner child's been very loud the last couple of days. I've been sitting with her a lot. I've been crying with her a lot. I've been journaling with her a lot. And I'm going to share in a little bit about ways to work with your inner child. I also have an inner child self paced course that I will share, or if you're interested, just message me, of ways to work with your inner child, because as we get older, right, we become these adults, but emotionally we will be at the level of our childhood or whatever trauma we went through during our childhood. So, our inner child is that part of us that maybe wasn't seen all the time, maybe wasn't heard, maybe wasn't appreciated, right? And I shared in my Instagram live this morning that many of us are rainbow sheeps, right? Many of us are those who weren't very seen as children, right? Had a bright light, but were very misunderstood. That's the energy coming through. Very misunderstood energies when we were growing up, that we were very wise beyond our years, but no one around us really could appreciate because we were only children. When I know, as well as a lot of us know, that children are the wisest teachers on this planet. You know, I've worked with kids over 10 years, and they're the teachers, honestly. Especially the kids now coming onto our planet are just ascended masters, and they don't have all the trauma and ancestral stuff that we've decided and chose to alchemize and transmute. So this full moon, it feels like a full moon, honestly. This new moon is asking us to pull forward that inner child, to ask he or she, what do you need right now? What do you want from me? What is calling to you? How can I help us, right? Because we are here reparenting ourselves. Most of us are learning to reparent ourselves, right? Our parents did the best they could, but if you haven't worked with your inner child yet, I highly recommend it. It's such a gateway into really deep, deep healing. A lot of people ask me how I began my journey, and it was that deep inner knowing of I get to sit with little me and ask her what and who she is, right? Because our true selves are usually who we were at 2, 3, 4 years old, 5 years old, even, right? Before 7. 7 is like that marker where you start to realize that we have critical thinking, and we realize that, oh, other people can have opinions of us. And we tend to dim our light around the age of 6 or 7, right? We're in school, we have peers, we have pressure, we have these external energies that are influencing us. And especially when you're a highly empathic soul, highly sensitive soul, you shut all your gifts down. You shut all that light down. I know I did as a child. And like now it's time. Our inner children are really calling us forward to honor our wisdom, honor our gifts, honor our brightness, right? Honor our light. It's the summertime. How can you honor who you are, who you were as a child? If you have relatives who are around you when you were young, that's a great journal prompt to sit with, or even ask, like, hey, how was I as a child? Right? What did I do? What did I like? How was my personality? It's a really beautiful way to connect and make a bridge between your adult self and your child self. And when we do this, we heal. We move through the traumas. We move through any wounds that we might have had during childhood where no one could soothe us, right? No one was maybe there for us, right? We had to learn to self soothe a lot of times. I know I did. So, honoring the emotions that are coming up for you around this time, honoring your inner child with this Cancer energy. It's a very emotionally charged time, and a lot of us can bypass, right? A lot of us can be like, oh, I'm fine, everything's good, but our inner child keeps the score, right? There's a book called like my body, our body keeps the score, our body keeps score, and so does our inner child. It remembers every time we neglected them for someone else, right? In partnership, this tends to happen, right? If you are externally looking outward for appreciation, for love, for being seen and heard, and like crying out, it's a beautiful invitation to sit with little you and ask him or her, how can I show up for you right now? How can I love you right now? Um, I'm going to share first, we're going to do like a little mini ancestral inner child meditation, and then I'm going to share some journal prompts, but also a practice, an exercise you can do to sit with your inner child, to sit with that little you. And I know for some people, it sounds so silly and so unimportant, but it's actually one of the most important healing tools that you can do as your adult self, because your inner child, she or he actually has the key, right? Our higher self has a key, but so does our little self. Like, they know what we came in to do in this lifetime. They know what our gifts are, our wisdom, right? And it's a lot of things that we have forgotten in the last couple of decades or many decades. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can always come back to the inner child. So that's the new moon today. I think it hit about 45 minutes ago. So new moon, right? New chapters. If you're here live, I'd love to know, what are you calling in? New moon is about intention, right? What intentions do you have around this new moon? For me, it's grounding in. It's creating home again. For those of you who don't know, I have moved from Sedona. In January, I moved to Sedona under the full moon in Cancer, and I moved out of Sedona on the new moon in Cancer. So for me, it's actually grounding into new home. It's grounding into new energy. It's sitting with little Michelle, who was kind of uprooted, honestly. If you don't know, Sedona is a portal, a very highly charged portal. And I shared this in my mailing list for my newsletter. Sedona medicine, she will call you in when she needs you or you need her, and then she will kick you out when you've received the medicine or when you've graduated. So I've moved out of Sedona and now in a new home, in a new environment, and grounding down, but also honoring this transition, right? Honoring the grief that's coming up. And this is something we don't necessarily talk about in our society, right? Grief as a gateway. Grief can also mean the grief of good things coming, right? Like, I actually moved into a beautiful space and I'm in a new chapter of my life, and there's still grief there. There's still stuff moving and shaking, because grief isn't always about sadness. It can be about exciting times, new times. So honoring the grief that might be showing up in your life. It might be from a past memory, from childhood, from 5 years ago, from 10 years ago. It might be from, the last time the Aries Libra nodes were around. I think it was 2014, 2015. So look back to your life in those years and see what themes were then and what themes are popping up now, or at least look for the next 18 months of what is occurring in my life. And I'm going to talk about the nodal shifts too. But we tend to associate grief as a negative thing, right? As something to just get over, to just bypass. But grief is a gateway. And if you haven't listened to that episode on my podcast, Soul Over Matter, I highly recommend it. I was moving through a big grief wave last year for the last half of 2022. And that podcast, I re-listened to myself because I was like, there are gems and nuggets of wisdom in this energy, in this episode, because grief opens us up to new. It opens us up, it cracks us open to life. Hitting rock bottom at times can be that fertile ground that opens new doors, that plants new seeds. And we can't always see it with our human eyes. So honor whatever grief you're going through. I was judging myself. I was shaming myself. Like, oh, I'm in this new chapter. I had friends like, oh, like everything's going great for you. And I was like, yeah, and there's still grief here. Things still come up and you cannot bypass your emotions. I'm an advocate for that. Like, I sit with them. If they are coming up, I was unpacking yesterday. Little Michelle popped up out of nowhere. I started crying. I was like, all right, let's sit down. Let's journal. Let's meditate. What do you need from me? It's so important to honor your human. It's so important to honor your inner child, to honor all aspects of you, all versions of you. All of you is safe here. All of you is safe here. And that's what we're going to dive into with the meditation. But I wanted to kind of get all the like big energy stuff out of the way. So after the meditation, we can just journal and just kind of like sit. I'm going to pull some cards for anyone who's live. So today is also the Aries Libra nodal shift. So we just went from Taurus Scorpio for the last 18 months. And today we're shifting into Aries North Node, Libra South Node. What does that mean? 2 more cardinal signs. So lots of fire, lots of initiative energy happening right now. So the Aries North Node is I am energy. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the first sign. And Aries is all about self. It's all about independence. It's all about going first. It's all about that fire blazed energy, like trailblazer. Like, you're either coming with me or I'm leaving without you. It's that purposeful, intentional, fire driven energy. So we're moving into that from Taurus North Node, right? So we're moving into that from this more slower earth energy to fire, let's go. Right? North node's our purpose. North node is where we are moving, right? It's the pivotal point of our chart. It's asking us, so like look to see where Aries is in your chart, look to see where Libra is in your chart. Aries is asking us to really be more self-reliant and trust yourself more. And I mean, this, I always share with clients, it's like having discernment. Like, yes, it's great to have mentors and guides and friends and family that are there to support you. And who knows you best, right? Your higher self, your inner child. So sometimes I'll just ask a client, like, what is your higher self saying? So Aries is that fire, like, let's go, warrior energy, right? Going first. That's what we're moving into for the next 18 months. And then Libra is our South Node, and Libra is all about partnership. It's all about we energy. So not me, right? Aries is me. So we're going to be balancing me versus we the next 18 months. How can we balance ourselves, right? That independence and also that codependence, but not in a bad way, like that community, like thinking of the other. That's that Libra, right? But also releasing. So South Node is our karma. It's our past lives. It's what we've already moved through, what we've gone through. It's where we're comfortable. So look to your South Node as well, like your personal South Node. And if you guys don't know, I do intuitive astrology sessions. So I'm going to share the link, but you can book an intuitive astrology session with me. I love sharing. I'm obsessed with astrology. So South Node is where you're comfortable, right? It's all the things that you already know, that you're already good at, and it's bringing that back up to the North Node, to building that momentum. So taking all this energy and releasing codependency, releasing putting others before ourselves, right? That people pleasing, like Libra energy. Libras love to please. They love to like kind of over deliver sometimes. Like they don't want to lie. So what they don't want to, the shadow side of Libra is like over giving, right? But then sacrificing themselves, or not always being fully intentional, right? So Libra will people please. They'll put others before themselves, but then they'll feel resentful, or they'll feel this like passive aggression energy. But we're moving into that Aries, right? Like being authentic, honoring yourself first and foremost, being really intentional with what you say and how you say it, and showing up for you so that you could show up for other people. So the next 18 months is this dichotomy, right? This balance of me, Aries, versus we, Libra. So bringing them together and honoring them together. And yeah, it's a powerful time. If these are your nodes, it's an even more powerful time. So if you were, I think it's if you were born from 86 to 87, I think most of us had that Aries North Node, Libra South Node. So look to see where Aries and Libra fall in your chart. Look to see where Cancer falls in your chart. All these cardinal energies, also Capricorn, the 4 cardinal energies, because that's what's going to be coming up, the themes around your life, the houses around your life, right? So look to see also where Cancer, what house Cancer rules in your personal chart. And yeah, so it's a fiery day. It's a big day. We've had 18 months of one type of energy, and now we're moving into completely different. I think Taurus, Scorpio were more fixed. Yeah, they're fixed signs. So we had fixed energy the last 18 months as a collective. Now we're moving into cardinal energy, getting things done, like fire under our ass. Like where are we stopping ourselves? Where are we, cutting ourselves short? Like now's the time to really step into that truth, step into that authenticity, step into speaking in a way that is intentional, and having that balance of softness, right? There's this misconception that if you're kind, you're weak, but that's not true, right? You can be kind and be strong, right? We could be soft and strong at the same time. So where can you find that balance of speaking your truth, setting boundaries? Aries are really good at setting boundaries. So like, where can you set boundaries in your life? Where can you release that people pleasing, release that putting others before ourselves? It's a really powerful, powerful time. So lots of energy, lots of things moving. Let me know if you're feeling this energy already. Share in the comments. And if you're here, if you just tuned in, I can't see who's here. It just says a few viewers. So type in the comments if you are here, because I'm going to be giving away one of my moon sprays. So I made these. I used to make these years ago, and I've started making them again. So they're moon charge water, Reiki energy, lavender, Florida water, and rose water. I made rose water this morning, and they could be used as a facial spray, as a cleansing spray, like before you do your spiritual work, your witchy work. They can be used to cleanse a room. They could be used to cleanse your crystals. Like, oh, this stuff is magic. So I'm going to be giving away a bottle of this to whoever is here live. And yeah, I've had clients tell me they manifested money, they manifested love, they manifested starting their spiritual business. So yeah, I will ask again at the end just to make sure to see who's live. But let's drop into meditation. Let's drop into yummy Reiki Infused meditation. If you guys don't know, Reiki is a Japanese healing modality, and I utilize my hands and life force energy that is all around us, that helps the plants grow, that helps our hearts beat. And I utilize this energy, I bring it in to balance our chakras, to balance the chi within your auric field. So if you are here live or on the replay, feel free to just take a moment, as long as you're not driving, just take a moment, close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, feeling your lungs expand. Relax your shoulders and exhale through your mouth. Breathing into the light, to the love. Exhaling the stress, the fears, the anxieties. And just feeling your body melt in this moment. Remembering you have nowhere else to go, nowhere else to be. This is your time. It's going to be a short, quick meditation just to recenter ourselves, to bring us back to 0 point, to bring us back to equilibrium, to bring in our inner child, our higher self, to clear the gunk, right? We pick up so much gunk around us each and every day, even if you are home. If you are interacting with other people online, if you are watching videos, if you are opening any social media, you are exchanging energy. You are watching someone else's energy. You're going to pick that up. So clearing your space, clearing your aura is so, so important, and to protect ourselves. So honoring your breath. Breathing into your body, feeling your root chakra, the base of your spine, your perineum. Feel that rooted to the floor, whether you're in a chair, on the ground, outside, on a bed, it doesn't matter. Just feel your root chakra like anchored into the ground, and feel these roots grounding and growing down, 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 past the floor, past the cement, the rocks, the layers of dirt and magma, all the way down to the center of the earth, the core of the earth, a crystalline energy. Think of a color of that crystal in the center of Mother Earth. And as you do this, feel yourself almost like the umbilical cord from your body connected to Mother Earth. She is our greatest mother. So beautiful for Cancer season, so beautiful for this new moon in Cancer, to connect with our greatest mother and to feel that umbilical cord again between your body and Mother Earth, allowing her to let go and release any unwanted energies, any negativity, anything coming up in your life, whether it was this morning, a week ago, 6 months ago, it doesn't matter. Just allowing her to help you transmute and help you alchemize all of the things in your aura that no longer serve you. And breathe it out, feeling her compassion, her love, her understanding. I'm almost seeing like this blue energy, right? Blue is associated with Mother Mary. So we have Mother Mary energy coming in, this like essence of mother, right? Mother Gaia, but also Mother Mary, the mother of Christ consciousness. This blue energy, I feel this sphere, this like blue ball light. So like almost imagining holding a ball of light that's just like swirling different colors of blue in your hands, activating your hand chakras, activating all the meridian points in your palms, knowing that you have the power within you to shift your energy. You have the power within you to alter and transmute anything that's in your life. You are the alchemist. And imagining this blue energy pouring over your body. I almost like see it like water, just like pouring over your head. You can even utilize your hands. My hands always move during Reiki sessions, during client sessions. So imagining, visualizing this blue crystalline energy pouring over your head, cleansing your crown, cleansing your face, your ears, your throat, the throat chakra, invoking that truth, invoking that inner child. What does he or she desire to say? Feeling this energy transmuting, pouring over your body like a waterfall. Envisioning your little self, your inner child. What age are you? What age comes to mind? What do you look like? What color is your hair? What color are your clothes? What are you doing? Who are you with? Honoring yourself. Really envision this little you. Envision this energy and allow this blue crystalline energy to create this bridge between you and your younger self, to connect this relationship again, and asking that little you what they need. Or even, what do you have to say? You have a microphone now. What do you need to share with me? What do I need to know? Our little selves are so wise. You can ask, where have I neglected you? Where have I forgotten you? And allow whatever comes up to come up. Allow the wisdom of your younger self to shower over you, to trust that whatever is shared with you, you need to know, you get to work with. And as you do this, imagining 2 more bridges of light. So this connection, this bridge between you and your inner child is right in front of you, right in the middle of your essence. And then on your left, you're creating this bridge, this blue bridge of light, of crystalline energies to your maternal line, your maternal lineage. So the left side is the feminine side. So imagining this bridge to all of the men and women on your mother's side. All of the wisdom, all of the strengths, all of the magic, and all the heartbreak, all of the guilt, all the shame, all the trauma. So imagine that blue light alchemizing any trauma that you feel from your maternal lineage, anything coming up from that side, knowing that you are here, you are the ancestor, to break these chains, to rewrite the future, and to only take from here on out the strength of that maternal lineage. And if you're getting images, if people, if you're seeing faces, right, there's thousands of ancestors we have on both sides. So really breathing into that love and that pride. I feel so much pride from all of our ancestors for choosing these lineages. It wasn't by chance that we chose our mothers and our fathers. We chose them for very specific reasons, for our soul's evolution, our soul's purpose. So as you do this, calling forth the strengths of your ancestors on your maternal line, bringing them into your solar plexus, bringing them into the chakras above and below. Feeling the power of the thousands of maternal ancestors that you have. at least 7, 8 generations back. And now, and you can come back to this meditation. And now, on our right side, imagine that blue light, that blue bridge, that blue connection to your father, your paternal lineage. Thousands of ancestors that stand among you, because they're always with us. Feeling the strains, feeling their power, their magic, their wisdom, their chi, their life force energy, as well as all of the tribulations they went through. And this one might feel lighter than your maternal side, and this one might feel heavier than your maternal side. Do not judge what you are feeling. If there's a mantra for Cancer season, do not judge what you are feeling. Just allow it to move through you and trust. Because sometimes we choose more energy from one side, one lineage over the other. So just trust that whatever's coming through is meant to be coming through for you. And allowing the blue light, the blue connection, the blue crystalline energy to alchemize those wounds and that trauma. And letting your lineages know, I am here to rewrite our future for my legacy, for myself alone too. Even if you don't have children, you're doing this for yourself, first and foremost. Aries energy. So breathing in these 3 focal points, right? So down the middle, your inner child's that connection, right? Between the left and the right side of your lineages, of the family trees, like thinking of these family trees and that inner child, and you are connected to create a new family tree, to create a new way of being. We go first. That's what I keep hearing. Like, our inner childs aren't just like, we go first. It's our time. It's our time to shine. It's our time to let go. It's our time to feel. A lot of times we're feeling emotions and releasing emotions that are from our lineages. They're not even ours, but we chose to bring these energies, these traumas into our bodies so that we could alchemize them. How powerful is that? So feeling these lines of connection, the strength that you have all around you, these ancestors are so fucking proud. Like, whoo, it's so powerful. Whether you're live or on the replay, I feel it all. And just embracing this love and this power and this strength in your physical body, holding your heart space, allowing your heart to unfold like that rose, allowing life to crack you open. Breathing into these blue energies into your heart space, knowing that you are the ancestor to shift it all. And you can come back to this meditation, but allow it to be here. Allow all of you to be here. Any tears to fall, it's a cleansing. Just allow it all to be here. And let's just take a few deep breaths to really sink into these grounding energies, these transformative energies. Feeling your sit bones, slowly moving your fingers, your toes, deeply, deeply breathing. And when you're ready, you could slowly open your eyes. And if you're here live or on the replay, I would love to know what came up for you. What is alive for you? And if you're here, write in the comments if you'd like a card pull. So this is for everyone. This is a collective reading. So if you're watching this on the replay, this is for you. High Priestess, harness mystic power. So powerful. So this is the time. This is a collective reading. But if you are here live, just write in the comments so I can pull you a card. Harness mystic power. There's a Merkaba. She has her Ankh. The feminine energy is so strong. So where are you being called to be creative? Where are you being called to harness and bring down the energies, right, into your body to create magic, to trust in yourself, to trust in your gifts, to trust in the creativity, in the flow, right? The water energy, the flow of your own powers, your own self. Calling in that Egyptian high priestess energy, right? I've had high priestess lifetimes. I'm sure many of you had as well. And a high priestess energy, like, we literally could manifest and create immediately back in the Egyptian days. Like, we didn't have to, it was so clear back then. So harnessing those past lifetimes, harnessing and calling forth those gifts, kind of what we just did in the meditation, right? Harnessing the mystical power that you have within you, right? We don't need anything externally. We have it within us right here, right now. So what are you being called to create? What are you being called to bring forth into the world? The world needs our energy. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There's an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You're being guided to look at what you are working on or the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you're unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. So this card is for everyone. If you guys are here, I don't know if you guys, I know there's a lag. Like, sometimes I don't see comments. I don't even see if anyone's here. So I'm just going to keep going. Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. So this is a lot of emerald light, right? This is a lot. Hi, Bob. This is a lot of emerald light. This is a lot of healing, heart healing. The heart chakra is green, right? Bob, I'll play you a card. The heart chakra is green. So allow yourself to be open to healing energy. So what you can do before bed, because bedtime, when we're sleeping, is a really powerful time for our bodies to relax, and so we receive the most. So you can call in your spirit team, you can call in your guides that are aligned with your highest good of all and Christ consciousness, because we don't want just anyone coming into our auric field, and asking them for help during this time for heart healing, for any medicine that you are needing on your journey at this now moment. So powerful. Calling on the green emerald energies, that's also powerful. And then I'm going to pull one more, and then I'll pull for anyone who's here live. So this is another collective. Wise one, grow within your current situation. With the raven and the owl, so powerful. Grow within your current situation. Remembering whatever is happening in your life is happening for you and not to you. It's so important that we remember that, right? To surrender to the divine plan. I know our human wants to kick and scream and be upset and say, what the fuck is going on? Raise your hand. July was that for me. And at the same time, we can grow with the wisdom of the raven and of the owl. I forget, it's like a mirror. And of the owl. How can you grow within your current situation? This is the crone energy, right? She is so wise. And she's like that wise grandmother saying, honey, you got this. It's hard. you're strong. You can get through this. You've survived every single other tribulation in your life up until now. You can survive this. How can we grow through it? How can we feel our emotions? Feeling our emotions is actually how we grow through it as well. So I just want to read to see if there's anything else in this. But yeah, be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. What did we just do a meditation on, right? The ancestor energy is so strong with a new moon in Cancer. Like, Cancer is fourth house, ancestors, your ancestral line. If you have ancestors that are alive right now, if you have elders in your life, in your family line that are alive right now, ask them what rituals they did, what traditions they did. Keep them in your lineage. Keep them going. I have a few from both lines, and it's so powerful because we can like do all the witchy things, we could do all the spiritual things, but like when it comes from your own line, it's a whole nother ball game, honestly. Which reminds me, I'm gonna do a collective egg cleanse. So egg cleansing, they're called limpias. Limpia reading is something from my Colombian lineage, and now is actually a beautiful time with the new moon to do a collective one. So if you're watching this live or on the replay, I'm gonna upload this on YouTube as well. Send me a message at Michelle the Mystic on Instagram and just write egg cleanse. It's a protective cleansing ritual that my grandmother did, my great grandmother, my whole lineage did to cleanse your aura. And I'm going to do a collective one first, and then I'm going to start doing individual ones. But let me know if that interests you. I'm actually going to do one this week for this new moon energy because it's a perfect time. It's like ancestral wisdom coming in, family, home life coming in. So yeah, message me. I forgot about that. It's coming through. Okay. Yeah, you're being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. Beautiful. That's my new moon ceremony, my loves. I used to do these all the time. Let me know if this resonates. I'm going to upload this on YouTube as well because I just love holding the space and just honor your emotions right now. Honor what's coming up for you. Honor your ancestors. Honor your family, your home life. How can you cleanse and clear in your home? Right? What can you do there? Oh, this is what I also wanted to say before I get off. Channeled writing with your inner child. So what I do is I'll get into a meditative state and I'll call forth my inner child when I'm moving through something. And I will ask a question on a piece of paper, like in my journal, right? And then I'll wait for a response. And you can allow your inner child to come through and answer these questions for you. It's such a powerful experience, and I share more about that in my inner child healing self-guided self-paced course. So I'm gonna share the links in the show notes. I'm so used to my podcast. In the bio. And yeah, if you guys are interested in that, as well as my moon guide ebook, because the moon is always speaking with us and through us. So if you desire to know more about the moon, I've created an ebook years ago that shares rituals for full moon, new moon, talks about all the different moon signs. And I love you all so much. If you're interested in purchasing a moon spray, they're $22.22. Send me a DM on Instagram at Michelle the Mystic or Venmo, Cashapp. I'll put those in the show notes as well. I love you all so much. Happy new moon, and I will see you guys soon.